Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's episode 8 already of the Necromunda project, we're going to be making incinerators. Very quick, very easy, cheap junk that I used to build these, and I also built 2 of them. But if you have the stuff laying around, you can build 5, 6, 100, as many as you need. So yeah, let's go to the table and let's make some incinerators for Necromunda. Let's do this. Hi my friends, welcome to another crafting episode. So for this one we're going to make incinerators using a Pringles can, a small one, and a coffee lid of an iced coffee and a cap of an empty spray can, which happens to be my black spray can that I could not prime this project with, so I had to paint it in the end. So we're gonna begin by cutting out a circle where the cap fits inside of, as you see here. And this lid happens to fit nicely on top of the Pringles can. So I'm going to use a sheet of thin EVA foam to match up with the Pringles can. Wrap it around it. And I'm going to mark out where the edges meet, as you see here. So I get the exact size I want for my Pringles can. My incinerator Pringles can. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to cut off that piece. And now I'm gonna mark out the bottom of the Pringles can as well on the EVA foam. And I'm gonna cut that off as well. EVA foam is great to work with. It's a nice crafting material. As you can see, it fits nicely around the Pringles can. Now I'm gonna cut off an extra centimeter, so I have about 1 centimeter, a bit more spacing in the middle of my incinerator, as you see here. Now I'm taking this milk cap and I'm gonna mark out half a circle, and I'm gonna cut this one out. And when that is done, I'm gonna fold the sheet in half and use it as a reference, as a template, to draw out the half circle on the other side and cut that out as well, as they match up. Now from 2 centimeters from the top and 2 centimeters from the bottom, I'm gonna mark out a 3 centimeter dot from the edges, and I'm gonna connect those lines, as you see here. Then from those 4 corners, I'm gonna mark out to where the lines end up, where the corners match up, as you see me do here. These are for metal panels that I'm gonna put on the incinerator. Now I'm marking out 5 centimeters here from that side and 5 centimeters here, but you don't have to follow these measurements. You can simply use the measurements you want to create your own metal paneling. Now I'm drawing lines here, and I'm also making a line in the center. Now when that is done, I'm gonna start by drawing in some ventilation holes and some rivets. Now next up, I'm taking a wood burning tool and go over all these lines that we've just marked out. Now be very careful, as this tool is hot, so you can burn yourself quite easily. And also you can do it with a pen and then score it, but with this tool be very careful. Now I'm gonna cover the back with a PVA glue. Any type of white glue will do. Don't use hot glue because you will see the lines through the EVA foam, so it's best to use white glue or any type of that glue for this. Now here I'm making a mistake in already putting the hot glue inside of the lid before pressing in the spray cap, as you will see the result in a second. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Nice and disgusting. Okay, it does matches with the theme, but yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. But eventually I can get rid of that. So now glue on the lid. Here I'm pressing in a piece of EVA foam to attach a bead to. It's just a milk cap. And I'm pressing a bead inside of it. And another thingy I found in my bits box. Radar or whatever it is, I don't know. And I'm gluing that on in the center where we made those metal paneling circles. Now I'm just gonna begin by detailing the bottom with wooden blocks, drinking straws to hide the mistake I made with the hot glue strings. But yeah, just glue on whatever you have available. And here I have this plastic drinking straw, and I still have a bunch of these. It's perfect for gas lines and such, so I cut it to fit the incinerator. And just use hot glue to attach them. I am a messy crafter, but most of you probably are aware of that by now. But in the end, the result looks great, so that's what counts for me. Here I'm knocking over my camera, which happens a lot actually in this video. So I proceed to glue on more bits and blocks and all kinds of things that I had laying about, but yeah, use whatever you guys have at your disposal and do whatever makes your incinerator look cool to you. Now for the iced coffee lid, I'm gonna glue that on top of the Pringles can. Now put your glue gun on a low temperature. Trust me, low, because if the hot glue is very hot, it will simply melt the cap. Yes, I had that happen. And my favorite go-to for fans, Dolce Gusto coffee cup bottom, perfect for ventilators, fans, and ventilation, and all kinds of things 40k and sci-fi. I'm gluing that on top of the incinerator. Now I'm gonna make an exhaust pipe out of some toilet rolls. Now I'm simply rolling this into a cigar and taping them together with masking tape. And I'm gonna make a thin one, as you see me make right now. And I'm gonna make one that's a little bit thicker where this one can slide into. Just cut the toilet roll in half. As you see me folding it, just wrap it around. Make sure they align and put some white glue on the inside so then it will stick on. Now I had this wooden piece, but you can use a drinking straw or even roll up another toilet roll. But this happened to fit nicely into the pipe that I have, and I had it laying about, so I might as well use it. When that is done, I'm simply hot gluing my exhaust to my incinerator, knocking over my camera again, and I'm gluing on top another bead for the exhaust, and then glue it to my incinerator, to the side or wherever you want it. Now here I'm gonna attach some volume, so I'm adding these cloth pins, half of them, to get more a dynamic shape to my incinerators. And this is a protective cap from a spray can I had, so I'm gonna glue that on the front side of the incinerator. And another bead, and I'm gonna attach at the bottom of the exhaust, knocking over my camera yet again. And then I'm gonna continue to add more details to the incinerator until I'm pretty much covered the entire bottom piece, as you see me do here. Ignore the door because that's something I abandoned. Now I'm gonna cut out an extra piece of foam to give the front some more cladding. I'm just measuring out something that matches, and I'm gonna make a template of that. You don't have to do it, you can just draw it in, but I figured I'd give it a try. And I'm gonna use white glue to attach it to the front. Now once you're happy, time to prime it black, as you see here. But I ran out of spray cans, so I had to paint on the primer. Now for my, this is my go-to painting method for everything Necromunda and rusty and grimy. Just once prime black, cover everything in brown. Once that is dry, cover everything with a silver, but stipple it on or dry brush as I always do. I am gonna spend a little bit more time with the centerpiece, so the middle part, the opening in the incinerator. And I'm gonna paint that in more heavily with metal, as you will see here. Now I'm gonna stipple on some Avalon Sunset on the panels. Try to avoid hitting the exhaust or any other pieces that aren't part of the panels. If it happens, it happens, but I'm also going to do the top in a yellow, but you don't have to use yellow. If you want to use blue, red, green, purple, orange, any kind of color, turquoise, whatever you want your incinerators to be, do that. Now I'm using some Balthazar gold for the exhaust and anywhere else I like, so I'm also doing the cloth pins and some more details. But yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. So next I'm gonna paint on some green and some reds for the light effects. And as always for the rust, yeah, stipple on brown paint, go over it with orange. And I'm also adding some black to the pipes here and to the end of the exhaust to represent some soot. Now for the rust effects, as you see. Sorry for speeding this up, but you've seen me paint many times before, so here you can see me using red and green for some lights. Now I'm gonna paint on a number. This is incinerator number 3. And I'm gonna smear it out and stipple it in so it matches with the incinerator. This is number 4. Yeah, now let us look at the finished piece along with some other terrain pieces that we've made before, guys. So as you can see, it matches up nicely with the tiles, with the walls. Here you can see some enforcers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this project, and there are a lot more projects to come. Yeah, putting on a walkway so you guys can stand on top of the incinerator. So thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, stay tuned for more crafting tutorials, more battle reports, and once again, thank you very much to each and every one of you, and